Welcome, Capricorn. I'm getting ready to do your 2021 December general monthly reading, the last month of the year. I would like to ask that you like this video if you find value and enjoyment, usefulness to this content so that I may continue to share this content with more people. I am also looking forward to recording videos about the the 5-month transit of Venus contacting, conjuncting Pluto several times through early March of next year. So that's something to look forward to. And I'm going to get started, Capricorn, by looking at the bottom of the deck, and it's conveniently here for me. Here we have the Star card. And the Star card is telling me that you are gaining, in the process, Capricorn, of gaining a vision. And this vision is still somewhat distant as you continue to do the healing work that is required. So you are continue to labor in the valleys of your own shadow. This is you doing the hard work to look at the responsibility you are understanding for situations that have occurred in the past, and understanding that as you face the shadows of your former experiences and understand your role in those realities, you are glimpsing a new, deeper alignment and harmonization within yourself that is allowing you to be prepared and best capable of approaching this new vision that you see in the distance. This new vision is providing you the hope, the realistic hope, that what you're moving towards will be a better fit for you, an opportunity for you to reach for your true potential in a way that has been unimaginable before. So I do see the Star card in this instance as you working hard to prepare for the opportunity and the vision you see before you. Beautiful card of wish fulfillment. And I would say this card really goes in line with what I'm already seeing as the Magician card. The Witch in the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot deck is the Magician. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get there. Let's start at the first house. And this is the Four of Swords, reinforcing this notion of retreat, healing, but healing with restoration in mind. This is you coming back to yourself as you analyze and look more deeply at disappointing experiences in the past. Things you might even classify as failures or have been afraid to look at because they do represent failures to you. However, your willingness to pause, seek those answers within, is really reinforcing your ability and your willingness to do the shadow work required, kind of the cleaning up of your own responsibility and the notion of the reality that you intend to create. So you are not only preparing yourself for greater advancement and more progress, but you're also recognizing that you have made progress thus far, and in fact are building a foundation for yourself, a foundation of truth, inspiration, and the correct use of information. In the second house, the house of your possessions, your values, we have the Two of Pentacles. And many people have gotten this card right now. I'm seeing you not so much as at a crossroads, because I think you are currently understanding, Capricorn, that you are not in a position to choose the past over the future or the present. You are in the present. You're managing these two energies that you are now having a better opportunity to glimpse. So in healing mode, you're actually able to witness your thoughts, the patterns of your thoughts and behaviors, so that you can take greater responsibility for the actions and experiences of the past as you transmit and gain the lessons from those experiences, better able to prepare you for a future that is in greater alignment, greater conscious control. And you are in that position of seeking the answers, gaining the wisdom that is helping you to transmute those past lessons into future potential. In the third house, the Queen of Pentacles indicates your ability to communicate resourcefulness, communicate the principle of resourcefulness, which you in the position currently are embodying. Everything you need, you have. You have a familiarity and a comfort with manifesting material comfort for yourself, manifesting abundance, and understanding how to generate that. And that is how you embody the abundance, the prosperity that you are understanding and glimpsing in a sense of recognition. And this recognition is that you have contained these resources all along. You are uniquely qualified to manifest and model profitable manifestation, prosperity, wealth building, abundance generation. These are qualities that you contain. You understand how to do this. And this is what you're able to communicate to others, and in so doing, you are modeling ways in which we are transmuting our potential, our energies, into greater and improved returns in the future. You are a builder, Capricorn. In the fourth house, we have the Magician card. So we have a repeat of the Magician. I did not even notice this earlier, and this is reinforcing, I believe, the Star card, in the sense that the vision that you are glimpsing now, the enlightenment that you are gaining through the work of harmonizing your own energies, balancing your gifts, your talents, your weaknesses, and your strengths, understanding that these are qualities that you have at your disposal, quite possibly now and forever. These are helping you to manifest and reach for that prosperity in the future. The vision is giving you a glimpse of the absolute potential, the fullness of that potential. And in other words, if you can think it, if you can focus on it, if you can name it as your target, as your goal, you can achieve it. And there's a lot of reinforcement for the fact that this is something that you're already doing. And this achievement in the present is manifesting not only in your home, from your depth. I'm really seeing this as qualities that you've always had and that you're learning to share with others. You're learning to model this with others and understand that the perfection that you're glimpsing in this vision of hope is already with you. So there's skills and talents you already have that you are now building and recognizing the incredible wealth of gifts and talents that you have. The fifth house, where we play, create, rest, recuperate, even regenerate ideas, is the king, the warrior, or the knight of swords. This is where you are continuing to exercise your ability to witness your talents and energies. You're witnessing the thoughts that have created your past experiences, all of your past experiences. And you're able to stand back from those patterns that have been generated and evaluate those, assess those in such a way that you are exploring a new way of planning your forward movement. So where you may have taken gifts and talents for granted in the past, resources that are available, you're now understanding you've improved your management and your ability to strategize the usefulness of these resources and energies as you create something new. And this creation is very much a plan. You're strategizing steps forward in view of what you're now appreciating and understanding as you continue to work through this very restorative process of healing. We've talked a little bit about the Magician already. In the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot deck, the Magician is called the Witch. And in this way, it very much recognizes the alignment with resources that are naturally occurring, the ecological environment in which we now exist on the planet, our awareness of that. The Magician or the Witch stands on the ground of the traditions of midwifery, healing, shamanism, medicine, women and men who have created magic through their ability to manipulate and implement the resources of the earth. This very much has to do with your personal physical healing at this time, so that you're able to make yourself anew. And this is very much the message I'm getting from the strong Magician energy in this reading. In the seventh house of significant others, be they people, places, or things, we have the Hermit card. And this is very consistent with the energy of pulling in and seeking answers. So there's a lot of reinforcement for this ability to gain access to wisdom. And the Hermit is very consciously seeking out those authorities, those answers, those spiritual guides and ancestors for wisdom, for answers. However, as the Star and the Hermit card, as well as the Four of Swords, it all describe a process of looking for guidance, being open to guidance, retreating and restoring. This is indicating that your ability to find these answers and to strip away the answers down to their core ideas, their core concepts, the core truths that can be applied to anyone, allows you to teach what you're learning to others in the form of modeling, leading by example. So here you're engaged in a process that others may witness, others may communicate with you about, as in seeking guidance and information from you as you seek the same on your own behalf. The eighth house is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles indicates your desire to move away from the familiar values and methods with which you have shared resources in the past. You've experienced a form, perhaps, of rejection, of exclusion from a circle that has always been familiar to you, a community in which you have always sought support. However, you are moving away from this familiar community. This may be a community that you've taken for granted, but it is more than likely that you've decided that your values no longer match those of this circle of support that you have customarily received. So in a way, this support exists for you, but you are less inclined to feel included in the circle because your newly emerging values are moving you away from what has been familiar. There's a maverick strain to the Five of Pentacles, but what it can also indicate is your openness to divine guidance, to new levels of information about your role and responsibility on the planet. In the ninth house, we have the Three of Pentacles, and where you're seeking expansion, where you're cementing your newer values, the Three of Pentacles indicates that you are in a collaborative mode. You are seeking to work with others as you develop a new or experience and explore new values, new resources, and the new implementation of resources that may have always existed. So in the company of others, I see you building something of value, something of usefulness, as you yourself shift your roles in this process. Where you've led in the past, you are now allowing yourself to follow, to listen, as well as to be heard, as opposed to speaking. To being heard and to listening are skills that are being amplified and encouraged by your experiences now. You're also seeking new experiences in communities far flung from what is familiar to you. So this is an exciting card for me of exploration. In the 10th house, where others see you, where you are seen by others, your social vision, we have the Judgment card. This is summarizing to a certain extent this process that I believe you're currently in, Capricorn. The Judgment card represents your response to a call, a spiritual call, a soul call that now informs you about your life purpose, your mission, why you're on the planet. In so calling you and your response, you are also learning that everyone else has a place in a greater, larger plan. And this is your recognition that there is a plan far greater, but within which you play a significant role. This is you having an opportunity to reconnect with an event, an experience, a project, work that you have perhaps seen as a failure in the past, an opportunity that promised but never delivered on its potential. I now see you understanding how you can make this situation right, how you can improve on a situation that you now understand and accept differently, recognize in a different way. So this is facilitating yet again a rebirth, an opportunity for you to be in a place where you've been before, but to have a completely different experience of the beauty and potential, the victory of this experience. The 11th house, where you're connecting with the collectives on behalf of our humanitarian efforts, the Two of Swords shows you to be at a crossroads and a part of a collective crossroads here. This is where you are understanding that we are diverging, our paths are diverging. The way that you understood and experienced your past is now at a crossroads with the potential for how your experiences can blossom and grow, how you can progress into new and unfamiliar areas. The information you get, you are now aware, is partial. And you are in fact choosing the information that you believe will help you. In this particular card, the blindfolds shows me two things. It shows me that you're not looking at what you believe to be your two options, Capricorn, but you're also aware that there are unfamiliar landscapes around you that are also available to you. With the blindfolds off, not only is the sword of truth in her hand, but the incredible universe of possibilities exist as well. So this card is prompting me to believe that you, as part of a larger collective, are exploring new information, recognizing that there are false oppositions being presented to you in ways that exclude the vast potentials of the universe. In your 12th house, we have the Three of Wands, and this is indicating where you're at, where this journey is bringing you at this time. The Three of Wands is indicating not only you're testing new waters, new ideas, your desire to expand, but it's also indicating that you have been waiting, quite possibly for the right combination of elements to coalesce in order for you to make a move. The waiting is over. There is no perfect moment. You've always been in the perfect moment, Capricorn. This reading is telling me that the gifts that you are now recognizing that you have, the lessons you've learned, have always been available to you. And that these two Magician and Witch cards indicate that you can do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. So this card is saying your tentative testing out of new opportunities is unnecessary. In fact, the universe is urging you to jump. Go for it. You have the commitment, the passion, the desire to grow and expand, all coalescing into an energetic a push into a new arena, a new desire to grow and expand. Capricorn, if you're finding value and usefulness to this reading, please like so that I can share this video with more people and continue to grow my content. In the meantime, I thank you for all of you who have contributed to the growth of my channel by liking, by subscribing, particularly commenting is enjoyable, and sharing my video. I'm humbled. And I'm going to finish off this reading, Capricorn, by pulling a crystal oracle, which I particularly enjoy. I'm going to pull this card. And this is called the Awakening Crystal. And the key word here is soul awakening. I'm awakening to my true essence, and I am a full expression of my soul's vibration. Capricorn, I'm going to leave this here. Again, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot. Like this video and please subscribe if you are so moved. It will help me immensely. And until next time, Namaste.